When you come into a home that's part of a licensed daycare environment, you can be rest assured that all the initial safety inspections have been done, and they're done on a regular basis. Our safety inspections encompass fire department, public health, and the ministry regulations, along with a few ones that our agency has enhanced. So once you get past that perspective, you can then begin your interviewing of your provider, of her home, of her routine, who's in her home, and get those things matched to what you're looking for. If you're in an unlicensed setting, you're going to have to start from scratch, and you're going to need to conduct your own safety inspection of the home, what homes they plan to use, and you're going to have to probably inspect it on a regular basis.
Give us a sense of what you do when you come to look at a home daycare space to see if it is viable.
It's a combination of things. Obviously, you want cleanliness, you want wires away, you want that that there's a safety path going through. Some of it is changeable or workable with, so if people have little knickknacks, it's easy to remind them to have those higher up in that. If it's more of a situation where a provider should be using a different room, that's something we also go through during the interview process. What we're also looking at, obviously, is their understanding of the child and child development, and hopefully understanding all the areas and all the age groups. We're looking into their understanding of what to do in different situations. So how they would deal with if a child is feeling insecure and maybe lashes out a little bit, and then how they would deal with that situation. Or if a child is crying and how to redirect maybe some activity or such so everyone's feeling more comfortable, especially a newer child, because there's always an adjustment period. So you want that understanding as well, and you know that they can bring it. Each provider is different, so we know we go into an interview that a provider might be quite bubbly and open, another provider might be a bit shyer, and that all works because it really is a connection between the child and the provider and the parents, so that's the bond. And then we're obviously looking at different type of menu planning that they'll be dealing with the children, what type of activities they would plan for indoors as well as outdoors, and the openness to do different activities outdoors as well, using as much of our sun time as we can.
Maria, why did you want to start a home-based daycare?
First, I was teacher in my country. I love kids. I working with them for many years, and the daycare is similar to my job. In the first, I love kids. That's why I love the kids. I like teach. For that, the kids here they learn alphabet, shapes, colors. And Juan David start now to write some words. Yeah, but I love kids a lot, and my family too love kids.
What advice would you offer for parents who are considering a home-based daycare that's licensed when they're about to do an interview with that particular provider?
I think you have to look at two things. You have to kind of go with your gut as well. Like there's obviously, as I said, that connection. But asking questions about how their child would do, or what their child would be doing throughout the day. I think that's important, that they have an understanding to know what they will be doing with them. Obviously, we believe in play or free play with the children, but free play is encompassing, gross motor activities, so we're building on their muscle strength, where you're doing fine motor activities, working on their finger grips and things like that. So yes, it's sort of a liberal term over it all, but that knowing that through play the children will be doing and learning these different things. And as well, in the family unit, they have the connection with their providers, and as well as quite often with either the provider's children, or maybe they might see another adult in the home once in a while. So it is still a family union. So understanding who's coming in and out, that's also something that obviously we supervise as well. And understanding the numbers of children in care, because it's very much regulated as to how many kids and how old they can be and so forth within the care itself.
Can you give us a sense of what those regulations are, just very quickly?
Very quickly.
Yeah.
So, for instance, there's a maximum of 5 children within the care from We Watch. If a provider has children under the age of 6, they count as part of that 5. If a We Watch child is over 6, or a school-age child, they obviously still count. It's very much regulated that there's no more than 2 children under the age of 2, so we're always making sure that our numbers are correct. And then 1 between 2 and 3, and then the other 2 can be over.